Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1979 Action Annual, which was a Fleetway Annual released by IPC Magazines in late 1978 for the upcoming 1979 year. And it featured all characters and storylines and what have you from that had appeared in the Action comics. Okay, so this is the front of the annual, and as you can see, it says Action Annual 1979, and you've got, it says the book with a bite, and you've got an image of a shark, huge shark attacking a boat. Okay, so that's the front of it. This is the spline, which is in fantastic condition there. I'll just show you that because some people are very particular on types of spline that they have. And on the back side, it's pretty much exactly the same as it is on the front. Okay, so let's open the annual and see what we got inside. So here we are then on the inside edge, inside cover. So it says Action Annual 1979, Monsters of the Deep. This fascinating feature is on page 17. Gives you all the contents, and it's published by IPC Magazines. Over here it says IPC Magazines Ltd 1978, and there's the ISBN number and the original price, which is £1.10. Now this is a former comic book shop stock, so that was crossed out, and there was a new price label put on top of that, which has now been removed, but that's the reason why it was crossed out. But it gives you all the contents: Dredger, It Really Happened, The Fat Man, Monsters of the Deep, Men of Destiny, Rory Macduff, Helmet of Hammer Force, It Really Happened, Crime Busters, Cliffhanger, The Suicide Club, Men of Destiny, Spinball, TV Hee-Hees, Weird Weapons of War, Look Out for Lefty, It Really Happened, Action Man, Cliffhanger, Hookjaw, The Suicide Club, Action Man again, Crime Busters, Codename Barracuda, The Suicide Club, Could You Be a Junior Agent, Cliffhanger, Crime Busters, Men of Destiny, and Simon Test. Okay, so that is the index page. So let's move on then. And so we have Dredger is the first story. Now, this particular annual is all comic, most of it is comic strips, but you've got the monocolor strips, as is this one here, which is pink and white. That's the next one, which is a Fat Man, and then you've got stories which are black and white, and then you've got more comic strips which are also in black and white. Let's scan through these pages quite quickly. So Helmet of Hammer Force, which is a illustrated story, and then you've got again more comic strips in black and white, and then we get to one that's actually in colour. And the reason these were black and white is because of the cost to produce them. Back in the day, it was so expensive to produce colour books and magazines, so they only done them as monocolor, black and white, and color ones. So it was just a cheaper way of producing the annuals at lower cost, obviously. TV Funnies, Did It Really Happen, and then stories again. Look Out for Lefty, Footballer, which is another black and white comic strip. And then we're on to Action Man of the World, and more comic strips. There's another colour story strip here, which is Hookjaw, and that, I presume, is all about that giant shark, which is as was pictured on the front cover. There we go, dive straight into the mouth of a shark. So that's that one, and then there's again Action Men, and then we're moving on again to more black and white comic strips, Yeah, I think most of it now is comic strips. There's quizzes and activities and so on. More black and white comic strips. Again, more comic strips. And then we get to the end, and that is it really. So overall, pretty good book from the 1970s. So all based on the comic of the same name, back in which was a weekly comic back in the 1970s. Yeah, a lovely looking annual. So former shop stock, this one. And these are obviously, these annuals are becoming quite difficult to find, but as usual, we at Midas Touch pride ourselves in finding the hard to get, and we have found quite a few of these, which are currently available for you to view or purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below